If you work within a team that does similar types of work and you think to myself, how do I stand out? Stick around. I'm going to walk you through about 6 core ways you can do that without negatively impacting your team or negatively impacting your reputation. This is John with Broad Prospecting. Glad you're back. So let's jump into this one. Okay. Number one, if your team is common in terms of duties, in terms of structure, in terms of the sorts of things you're looking at, you might have your work broken out by customer type, by region, whatever it is. And we're going to exclude sales teams for right now because the way you outperform in sales is, well, guess what? You do better in sales. You sell more, right? We're talking like if you're on a customer service team, if you are doing order entry, if you're in accounts payable, if you're in any of these things, that you'll have a broad team doing the same sorts of work is what I'm talking about. Okay. If your team is tracking any metrics, number one, just focus on staying in the top 3 in the leaderboard in those metrics. Now, why the metrics aren't always the most important thing. If you take the harder tasks among your team, those metrics might not be number one for you. It might be number one for a lower level person that isn't as good as you, that your tasks are taking longer. So don't get too bogged down on the metrics. What you do want to get bogged down on here, okay? First of all, take overflow tasks from your team. If other people can't get things done, take those jobs from them and say, hey, I'll take care of that one. Don't worry. And cut their backlog from them. Okay. Why? Because they're going to know, hey, this is the person I can rely on for anything that comes up if I get behind, if whatever. And your manager is going to know why. Because your manager is probably tracking all those stats and they're going to see, hey, this person just took this task that was actually assigned to this person, last week. Because your manager's probably watching the same work queue or the same pattern of activities that your team is doing that you're already working on. So that's number one. Number two, if you ever have technical work that comes down to your team where they say, hey, here's our monthly activity. Let's say you have to balance a book in AP, or let's say you have some sort of customer setup activity that comes in the line off and on if you're part of like a customer support team. Okay, take those tasks. So volunteer for the unliked tasks. The rest of the team are like, no, thank you, not part of my workflow. Why? Because your manager is going to see that. And you stepping up is going to make a huge difference because no one else wants to. And the rest of your team's going to be happy to let you take that. But you're going to get ahead with that one. Okay, number three. If your team ever has any huge issues with like a customer or a internal, like let's say a leader within your organization gets mad at your team, take that and say, hey, I'm going to solve this one. Now, it's going to look negative for you. It might be stressful for you because it's a problem. That's more work to solve. But the fact that you stepped up and said, hey, I'm the person in my team that fixes things, period, end of conversation, and you do that consistently, everyone's going to know that. You're going to stick out to the rest of the organization, to your customers, to whoever you're working with. And that will get you ahead, and your manager will notice, and you will get promoted. I don't think I've ever seen somebody that steps up and takes extra work get penalized for it. Usually there's some sort of extra appreciation given to them, even like slack on their work queue or their role just morphs into like a lead or a senior position over time indirectly. It happens that way. Okay. Number four, don't ever put your team down when things go wrong. Okay. You can rebuke people in private. That's fine. Go to someone directly and say, hey, I don't appreciate that XYZ thing happened. Let's not do that in the future. But don't ever send like a blast email to the whole team or to your manager saying, this person effed up. No, 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 no. Keep all your rebuke in private and congratulate people in public. That will get you way further ahead, way faster. It won't hurt your team dynamic. Okay. Number five. Now, this is something that people are going to go, oh, no. But bear with me. So off and on, someone's going to take the fall for something. Okay. And the whole team's on the line. What you want to do is take that fall. Why? Because everyone usually knows what's wrong, even though no one wants to have that blame pin in their head. And you can just jump in and say, hey, I'll just put this one on me. Like I could have done that better, whatever, and move on. Okay. Everyone knows who the problem is. Your manager knows who the problem is most of the time. And if you just take that arrow, everyone's going to like you better. Now, you're going to hate the fact that you have to get blamed for something, maybe. Fine. Just fine. Just document in the background. Hey, I did this thing. I took this one, even though, it wasn't quite clear that it was my problem, and we're moving on. It's the leadership thing to do. Okay. And then the sixth thing that I suggest you do is when people come to you with a problem, or you hear people complaining, or if there's a new person, take time to train them. So always either train people, educate people, offer help to people that are not as good at you on a specific activity, and do it without expecting something in return. And even if it cuts into your day to day activities at work and maybe it hurts your numbers a little bit, do it anyway. Because these are all aspects that leaders possess and show. It's training people, it's taking responsibility, it's going above and beyond. If you just do these little things in a team, it's not going to hurt you for the most part. If it does hurt you, let's say in your base statistics that they're tracking for your performance, you can say, here are the things that I did in lieu of those stats. So maybe I was number 2 in the list instead of number 1 out of my department. Yeah, but I got all these other things done for you. Why? Because I'm the winner in this department. And on top of that, you're going to grow because if you do all these things, you're going to get more varied experience that the rest of the team isn't, and you'll get ahead of the rest of the team naturally. You don't have to be the enemy on a team. You really should never try to be the enemy on your team. You're not competing internally against these people. You're working with them. You just want to outperform them in ways that they are not trying. And those were 6 ways to go about it. So I hope that's been helpful to some degree. If you disagree, comment below. If you want advice on other ideas, or if this doesn't apply to your team specifically, message me. I'll respond. Hope to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.